Hello everyone. Whoa. Hello everyone, and welcome to my Shyvana How to Wreck series. So, in this episode of How to Wreck, we will be looking at Shyvana versus Teemo. Teemo can be one of the toughest people to deal with, as Shyvana or as basically any top laner, just because Teemo's blinding dart can be really annoying. Especially if you have a champion like Aatrox or Shyvana, basically a very heavy auto attacker. But there's always a way to go around it. Since this is solo queue and I'm not in challenger, there's always a way to not feed these people. So anyway, I'm just gonna speed up a little bit. I saw that I was landing against a Teemo, so basically you start off at level 1 with your E, and always in any matchup, I like to start Dorn's shield and one pot. That's just because it gives me sustain, and I find it to be really good on Shyvana. So let me just lower the volume here so that you can hear me. And basically, I'm just trying to annoy him with my E, and look at his items. So, oops. Okay. So let me just go back to my point of view. Okay. So this Teemo, he started off with a Doran's ring and 2 pots, which means he's going to go into the AP Teemo, which is what usually Teemos do, which means that his damage over time is going to be pretty high, and that his shroom damage is going to be really high. So right now in laning phase, in like very early laning phase, at level 1, obviously take your E because he's ranged, just try to CS what you can. Don't overextend for CS, but basically try to farm what you can with your E. So like that, just so that you don't have to get hit by his blinding dart, and then lose a little bit of HP. As you can see, he blinding darted me, which is why I couldn't auto attack that minion, which is why farming with your E is very important in the early laning phase against Teemo. Also, jungler ganks are basically like one of the most important ways to fight a Teemo. Let Teemo push your wave like really hard, which is what I'm doing, and basically ask your jungler for gank. So over here, so I see I'm really low, and we're not gonna be able to secure that kill. So I just stay here and just try to farm up the wave. However, what our jungler did right there is he allowed me to farm a little bit, which is really good because Teemo against in top lane has a really good potential to deny farm, which is why just like in lane against Teemo, all you want to do is just focus on farming. You cannot engage him or anything because his blinding dart will just kill you, and make you not be able to attack him. So just farm. I'm just using the bush to my advantage, and yeah. This was not a ranked game, by the way. This was a normal game with my friend, but obviously it doesn't matter if it's a ranked game or not. These tips will work whether or not the Teemo isn't ranked or not. So anyway, what you want to do is get your Q off before he's able to blinding dart you. So over here he burned his ignite, so I was pretty happy about that. And the only the only times you want to engage Teemo is either if your jungler is coming into gank, which is what our jungler is doing right now since he is his passive. And I died. But anyway, yeah. So either when your jungler is coming into gank, or when he's significantly lower than you in health. But but against Teemo, you really need jungler ganks to be successful, and that death for the Teemo kill was actually worth it because Teemo later on he starts to be less and less of a threat against you. So yeah. Also, it got an assist kill on our team, so overall we got more gold than he did by killing me. So anyway, so then after that, I just built a Doran's blade and a Megatron cloak. The Doran's blade is just for the extra sustain a little bit, and so that I do some damage when I do manage to hit him, and obviously Negatron cloak because he's going into the AP part of Teemo. So anyway, so you're the first time you can actually engage him without having jungler assistance is at level 6. You can dragon form on him. However, be wary of him hitting 6. It's because then you're gonna have to go through a ton of mushrooms to be able to do anything. So right now I'm level 6, so he has to stay passive. So I'm using this to take CS instead of actually harassing him, because one kill is only worth like 12 CS. Which is why it's usually better to just to get the definite 6 CS, the definite 12 CS instead of getting maybe a maybe kill, you know. So over here I'm just going really ham on him, and I kind of lured him to my burnout. It almost got him. He escaped with like with like no HP, as you can see on over here. But that was a good trade, is because now I can just free farm here. So his mushrooms are being annoying. However, the dragon form of Shyvana plus the Negatron cloak make it so that it's not as scary for me. So build wise, of course, start with your Doran's shield. Get pots whenever you're back. Except after you finish your Spectre's Cowl, which I think I'll be finishing right now, because before you get your Spectre's Cowl, he's gonna chunk you down really hard, and here I got pots anyway, just because I want that extra laning sustain, so that he doesn't, like, you know, so that he doesn't free farm for too long. So over here I just helped our Aatrox a little bit with the Waked or whatever it's called, just because I really want him to gank Teemo again. I feel like we can get this kill. But yeah, so build wise, you want to start off with a Doran's shield and 1 pot, and obviously a trinket ward. Then you want to rush your Negatron cloak ASAP, and if you have a little gold left over, I'd like to just get the Doran's blade. It's a really good item to have in these early laning phases. And then you want to be rushing out your Spectre's Cowl, and then after that, after your Spectre's Cowl, Teemo he starts to be less of a threat, as you can see right now. So yeah, so that one early game jungle gank when we traded off 1-for-1, like Teemo, his only strength, I mean his biggest strength in laning phase is that he's such an early game lane bully because of his Q. As you can see, I can't engage him, and also at level 6 his mushrooms, it makes me not be able to chase him. But that's okay, because now all I'm trying to do again is just farm what I can, and make sure I don't die or get chunked by Teemo too much. So as you can see, against Teemo, like past level 6, you want to note where he plants his shrooms, just so that you don't run into those areas. So I know he has a shroom right here, or right here on the minimap. So I'm just gonna let our jungler know to not go that way if he wants to gank. So over here, I'm kind of pushing my lane a little too hard without warding, but I feel confident because Shyvana, I still have my ultimate, so I can always dragon this descent away and escape. But yeah, but as you can see, Teemo is I'm starting to be a little bit more aggressive because I got that Spectre's Cowl. He doesn't do that much damage, and over here I baited him to use his Q, so I know he doesn't have his Q to blinding dart me. So I think I'm gonna try to go a little bit ham on him over here. Or maybe not. I took the safe route by letting the minions get past this line, because past this line for the blue team, the enemy jungler can't really gank. So past this invisible line, the enemy jungler is gonna have a really hard time to gank you. They have to tower dive you if they want to gank, and you can't really tower dive a Shyvana because her armor and magic resist is really strong. So over here, Teemo backed. So whenever Teemo backs, uh, like just push the turret as hard as you can. Whenever he backs, whenever he backs, you have two options. Well, one option is you can back yourself and then buy some items, or well, what I like to do is I like to take is just like push the minion waves like as far as you can, and then take a little bit of damage off of on their turret, and eventually if you do that enough times, you'll be able to kill him. So as you can see, Teemo still being a really big lane bully. So over here, when he does try to chase you like that, just try to okay, I'm just gonna go back a little bit because that was way too fast. Okay. So I guess it was over here. Oh no, I'll just skip a little bit. Alright, so Teemo, what we basically want to do is bait him into going into range of your Dragon's Descent. So over here, I'll just show you that moment. So he goes down. I'm trying to bring the wave closer to me, to my side, so that I don't die to jungler gank, potential jungler gank. And over here, so it's over here. I go in and I try to bait him into coming because of course he blinding darted me. And I'm half health while he is like full health. So then I Dragon's Descent on him, and then this is kind of the fight, the method of fighting which you want to be going for. You Dragon's Descent on him when he overextends, and then ignite, and then use your abilities on him. So that's the way to kill the Teemo. And that's pretty much your only way of killing him in the early game. And then later on, you're gonna have more gap closures and more methods of killing him. So over here, I saw Xin Zhao going with my ward, trying to go into gank me, and then I see Lux, and Lux's binding barely misses me. So then I'm just gonna go over to where our Lux is to go for safety, and Aatrox peels off the Xin Zhao to help me, and I get away safely. So that was some good team communication by our part. So right now I'm just gonna back, and I think I'm gonna go into more of a tanky item now, my normal shyvana build. So I'm gonna buy, I think, a giant spelt, or oh no, first I decided to pick up Mercury Treads and then giant spelt. Well, Merc Treads are really good. Merc Treads are kind of like boots are kind of like a situational item. The only reason why I picked Merc Treads was because I wanted to have two AP kind of, like, you know, anti-AP items. So I I was gonna have my my Banshee's Veil and then my Merc Treads. But yeah, but basically since they have since they have Lux and a Teemo on their team, that's pretty heavy AP. So I just bought those Merc Treads. Tenacity is always good against AP team comps. So sadly, Lucian went AFK, I guess. He disconnected. That kind of sucks. But over here, look at this triple gank. So I flash and then I Dragon's Descent over the walls, so to get out of there safely. Because three of them went top, which means that the rest of my lane, that the rest of my my team can just go bot can push really hard, and then mid can push. So over here, Teemo, you like whenever you're in Dragon's Descent, you want Teemo to be chasing you. It's because what your W does is it gives you a speed boost. So you can, and also it leaves a trail of burnout behind you. So if you can chunk down Teemo by like not even being close to him, it's really good, because then it'll just make it so much easier in later on fights. So over here I'm kind of scared because I'm below half health, and however my team decides to go in, so I miss my E like a boss. And then and I think we're gonna pick up these kills over here. We got so I got the assist on Teemo and the assist on Lux. So now we have the advantage, so we're just gonna push forward. I'm gonna build my Sunfire Cape whenever I decide to back, and Ninja Tabi are really good. Okay, so I guess that they're starting to rage quit. Oh, never mind. They are just lagging. Alright, but anyway, Ninja Tabi is really good on shyvana. I usually get it. However, if I'm fighting against an AP top, I almost always get Merc Treads, because you know, it's gonna help you out so much against that top laner who's an AP. So over here, I tried to peel for Lux, didn't really work out. I tried my best there, but like Shyvana has pretty good escapes. Our Aatrox got the dragon for us, so yeah. I'm just trying to be a little faker here. And I'm basically just gonna try to hold this turret now. So then right after my Spectre's Cowl, I'm gonna I mean right after my like whenever I back, I'm gonna actually go into I'm gonna go into I'm gonna go into a Sunfire Cape for additional AoE because Shyvana in her ultimate form, she's an AoE monster. It's just crazy. So so I want to have that additional AoE damage and peeling ability to be able to do more damage over time. And then after that, I'm gonna buy a Randuin's to become tanky, even more tanky. Doran's Blade is really the only damage item you need for Shyvana to actually be a threat early. Later on, like for my 6th item, I'm gonna buy a Blade of the Ruin King like always. But that's just like in the early game. In the early to mid game, Doran's Blade is really the only damage item you need as Shyvana to be a threat. Like look at this damage. EWQ combo is really strong. So over here, Lux catches me with the binding. I know I'm safe because first of all, Morgana can shield me like she just did. Second of all, I have my Dragon's Descent to escape, and Shyvana and then I can also use my speed boost, my W, to get away while leaving a trail of pain behind me, kind of like Singed. So over here, we're just gonna try to kill this this Lux. So I use my ultimate to peel her away from her own lantern. And we managed to pick up that kill. So now we're just gonna try to tower dive this Thresh. Lux is just shielding me. I'm gonna go back now because I've done my tanky part. I'm almost dead, so yeah. So now I'm just trying to save this Lux. I'm just gonna run away here. I don't have any method of getting out, so I died to Xin Zhao, but it's okay because our Aatrox is doing great. Our Aatrox is actually kind of he did really good in this game, basically. So, yeah. So now, as you can see in my build, I built my Sunfire Cape. I finished that item, and then I think I'll get my Randuin's. And then after my Randuin's Omen, I will be getting a okay, so then after my Randuin's Omen, I think I will be finishing up Banshee's Veil, or actually I'm gonna finish Banshee's Veil right now because I want to have I want to have something to block that Thresh hook or that Lux ult. So in team fights. So I'm just gonna finish up my Banshee's Veil now, and then I'm gonna buy my Randuin's Omen. And then after that, I'm gonna buy a Thornmail to fight off their Lucian AD carry, and that's about the only thing that Thornmail is good for right now. and Xin Zhao as well. So after that, I'm gonna get a Thornmail. Thornmail is actually a really underrated item, I find, especially in lower elo. It works really well because it forces the enemy to build magic resist. So yeah, that's pretty good. And if they don't build magic resist, then they're gonna just get chunked by they're gonna do more damage to themselves than to you. Since obviously Lucian is really squishy. Like carries are really squishy. So over here we're killing. We're trying to, like, you know, kill them before they can click on the lantern, which is actually working out really well for us. Our Lux is basically beast mode. So over here, I'm just tanking the tower because obviously I know I can do it especially in my dragon form. I don't have to do anything. I'm just kind of BMing here, taking additional tower hits. And yeah, that's pretty much the way to kill a Teemo. You first rush a Spectre's Cowl. Don't engage him until, like, chunk him down with your E and farm with your E. Basically farm for the whole early game until level 6, and then try to bait him into chasing you, and then once he chases you, you Dragon's Descent on him, and then kill him. And also obviously jungler ganks will really help on making Teemo not be such a huge lane bully. Teemo being a lane bully, what the heck. But yeah, so I'm just trying to save this Lux because she's doing pretty well. So we did manage to save her. So she saves me. I just flash away. And now I think I will be finishing off my Sunfire Cape. I mean my Banshee's Veil. So I'll just be recalling here. But my runes, I have. Okay, so this cheeky guy tries to kill us, so we just destroy him. That was actually really funny. So for my runes, I have hybrid penetration marks on shyvana always. I have hybrid penetration marks, armor seals, magic resist glyphs, and health regen quintessences. Health regen quintessences are really good against, especially against Teemo. Health regen quintessences are like almost, they, in my opinion, they are must against Teemo, because Teemo will chunk you down in laning phase, and you'll have to back way too many times, which will give him an additional, like, I don't know, 12 or 10 CS. He will basically farm much more than you. So those health regen quintessences just give me a little bit of a better sustainability in lane. People like to take attack damage or attack speed quintessences, but I just prefer health regen quintessences because they just help so much in the laning phase. That it's a pretty niche. I mean, it's a pretty, not niche item. It's a pretty what's it called? It's a very I'm lost for words. It's a very, it's a must-have rune, basically. Quintessences. So over here, as you can see, I'm just such a tank. I love this build really much. Like I love this build. I love this build a lot. It just makes me incredibly tanky, deceptively tanky, and I can basically just wreck everybody. So look at this. I'm just in the middle of this fight. I don't even care. I ultimate on all of them. I do get taken down, but I think I survived for quite a long time. Our Aatrox is gonna die though, because they knocked him out. Oh well, at least he got Thresh. Not worth. But over here, right now, as you can see, I'm gonna try to go into my Randuin's Omen. It'll give me a little bit of better sticking power. I mean, shyvana has no sticking power except for her item actives, which is why Blade Ruin King and Randuin's Omen are must-haves on shyvana. So I'll just speed this up right now. So in end build, what it's supposed to look like is you want to have your Sunfire Cape, must have in any situation. Banshee's Veil also must have, unless you want to have a Spirit Visage. But I just prefer Banshee's Veil because every team fight I find starts with an ability, whether it's a Blitzcrank pull, Thresh hook, Lux ult, whatever. It's like every ability every team fight starts with that ability, which is why Banshee's Veil can just disregard that ability, so it's really good. So over here, we're trying to bait Baron, or like we actually thought we could finish it. However, we saw that their inhibitor respawns, so we can't really do that. However, look at this. I'm just so tanky. They can't kill me, even though I was in the middle of 4 of them. With the build I have, and the runes and masteries which I use, which is masteries 9210. They just cannot fight. They cannot kill this dragon. Alright, so I don't know what our Aatrox is doing. I think he's trying to solo Baron here, but he is going to most likely die. I don't know. It wasn't a really good team fight because we kind of forced their hand, and now they can actually get Baron. So our Aatrox has to stay alive and try to steal Baron from them. If he does, then I'll really be happy. So we obviously can see that they're taking Baron, and Aatrox goes in. However, they did bait him. However, Aatrox manages to get a kill, and now since Ezreal is alive and everybody, we know that they cannot finish Baron. So right now I just sold my Doran's Blade for Warden's Mail, just to get into that Randuin's Omen a little bit faster, and even without any even without any damage items, I can still dish out tons of damage with my combo, which is EWQ. He gives the mark, and look at this. His full ultimate. Well, what's his name? Lucian's full ultimate did like almost no damage to me. That was just insane. That's the power of this build and shyvana in general. So over here, cheeky Thresh, he tries to kill us, but no problem. I just Dragon's Descent on him to try to push him away from his team, and make that a guaranteed kill for us. So when we destroy the inhibitor, I'm just gonna go back and buy my randomins. And right now I see that our team's trying to team fight, so I'm just trying to shield for our team, and make sure that our major carries don't die. So over here, Xin Zhao actually saved us from the enemy Lux's ultimate. I do go down, however, I did my job by making sure that our own carries did not go down. And we're gonna take out Teemo. So Teemo, of course, in this game he's doing really poorly, and I think it's pretty much all because of how I laned against him, and how our jungler, how my jungler kind of camped top in the early game to try to take it out. So over here we see that they're doing that they're doing Baron, and they cannot do anything. So I'm just gonna go speed there with my speed boost from my W, and I did finish off my Randuins, which is gonna give me a lot of sticking power in team fights. So over here, oh my god, what happened? Hang on, I gotta see that. Hang on 1 second here. Oh, what the? Oh. That's some glitch in League of Legends Recorder, I guess. But basically, I'm just gonna speed up, and I want to really see how Aatrox stole that Baron, because that must be some epic stuff. All right, 1 second. So over here, the enemy team is doing Baron. Our Aatrox, our great Aatrox. What? Okay, so our Aatrox kills Lux. And then he smites Baron, he gets the Baron steal. That was so good. Oh my goodness, and then he gets a double kill. And from this point, we basically win. Even if Aatrox did not get Baron, we would have destroyed them in that team fight, because obviously I was coming, and I'm just the rock, which no one can kill, which still does a ton of damage. So now with Baron buff, it is GG. They cannot do anything to prevail. So then, my next item would be a Thornmail, and then my last item I would build Bladed Ruin King by building Bilgewater Cutlass first, and then building that into a Bladed Ruin King. But obviously we just want to end right now, and that is the game. So that is how to wreck a Teemo. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you again next time if I destroy this Nexus. I don't think I'm going to be able to expect that to right now. Or maybe I am. Yeah, I am going to, because I'm just so tanky. Look at that. They can't kill me. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Did we throw this game? No, we didn't. We can win. And that Ezreal ult. And that is the game. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you again next time. That is how to wreck a Teemo. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, see you again next time.